Hey there Cosmic Warriors, and welcome back to another video. And if you are new here, my name is Hannah. I am an astrologer and I make videos all about astrology. So in today's video we're going to be talking about Juno in the signs of Aries through to Virgo, and in part 2 you can find Juno in signs Libra through to Pisces. I will link part 2 down below once it's up. And I just feel the need to say here that I've also made an introduction video to the asteroid Juno. I will link that down below so you can check that out just to kind of understand the mythology of Juno and also its function within your natal chart. Now, before we do dive into this video today, don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button and click the bell. And if you're interested in a personal reading, you can visit my website, hannahselsewhere.com. There you can also find my practical astrology ebooks and merch. All the links will be in the description box below. I do hope that you find this video to be helpful. Let's do this. Now, I just want to quickly mention here that I started a Juno series last year. I only did signs Leo and Virgo, and the style was much different. So I wanted to take things in a whole new direction. Therefore, consider this a remake. Consider this an updated version. And just a reminder, you're looking for this glyph in your natal chart. You need to select Juno from the additional object section on astro.com. Okay, so let's get into these signs. Juno in Aries. When forming meaningful relationships, you need your freedom and independence to remain intact. You need things like adventure, energy, and passion. You need to be stimulated and for things to be happening. You basically need movement and action. It's much more exciting that way. You might also prefer to take the lead in your relationships, or it could be that you seek a committed partner who can lead and initiate. Someone who isn't afraid to start things and set things in motion. Ideally, you are seeking a marriage partner who knows how to stand on their own 2 feet. Someone who values their independence much like you value your own, and things like possessiveness and envy just won't fly with you. Even though you can be territorial at times, you won't like it if your partner tries to do things to make you jealous. And any suspicious attitudes and behaviors from your partner can make you feel angry and frustrated. So if your partner tries to check your phone, for example, you just might give them a piece of your mind. You prefer directness and honesty. Therefore, when there is an issue, you prefer it if your partner just came out with it. You would rather they get things off their chest than harboring resentment. And if your partner ever betrays you, you will retaliate fast. So if you're mad, your anger will show itself quickly. Or if you want to end things, you'll be out of there in a heartbeat. There's no holding back. And you can be pretty headstrong about your reactions too. And if things aren't reciprocal, your temper will also present itself. You might be straightforward about things. And if things aren't going the way you want, or if you feel like you're being treated unfairly, you'll react, basically. Now, you might not be the first to compromise, unless on your terms, but you'll do it, especially if things are moving in a certain direction that sits well with you, okay? Things are moving forward, it's all good. Still, you can be an honorable, daring, and assertive, committed partner. Juno in Taurus. When forming meaningful relationships, you need stability and reliability. You need your physical environment to be secure, and you also need your partner to be secure within themselves. You need steadiness, consistency, and routine. When your partner says they're going to do something, you expect them to follow through. Following through is a sign of commitment. Moreover, you value the security that marriage brings, not just on a financial and material level, but on an emotional level as well. There's something about marriage that makes you feel safe and supported. You might also prefer to take things slow when it comes to commitment. So you'll take your time getting to know someone, or you'll want to take things steady, especially at the beginning. And you'll seek to enjoy each moment, to enjoy each other's company. Then again, it could be that you seek a committed partner who is calming, solid, and patient. Someone who doesn't rush or push or add pressure. And someone who has their possessions and their finances in order. Ideally, you're seeking a marriage partner who is secure and financially supportive. And anything that threatens your physical security can make you fearful and angry. The same thing can be said about your inner security. So if your partner is rude or inconsiderate, you won't stand for it. If they try to put you down or belittle you, you will very strongly hold your own and tell them to stop. Now, at the same time, you might kind of enjoy a bit of possessiveness. You could very well be possessive of your partner yourself, but you also know where to draw the line. And things like loyalty and trustworthiness are important to you. And like I said, you need consistency and routine. That familiarity with your partner can make you feel comfortable and secure. And when there is an issue, you prefer if your partner brought it up to you calmly without making things super complicated and stressful and dramatic. In this respect, you prefer to have a sense of harmony and ease within your relationships. And if your partner ever betrays you, you can retaliate slowly. Yeah, you might plan your next move. So if that means leaving because things are over, you'll plan things out. If that means working through something difficult, again, you'll make a plan. Whatever you decide on, you'll stick to it. And if things aren't reciprocal, you can be stubborn. You might make the same point over and over, or you might refuse to let something go. You might also take your time when compromising. And if you don't want to compromise, it can be very hard to talk you round, and it can be difficult to sway you. Still, you can be a committed, solid, loyal, and domestic committed partner. Juno in Gemini. When forming meaningful relationships, you need mental and verbal stimulation. You need to have regular interactions and conversations with your partner, even if that means small chats or updates throughout the day or the week. These interactions keep you engaged and informed. And you also need things to be interesting, lighthearted, and humorous at times. Perhaps you enjoy laughing with your partner, and becoming bored is the last thing you want. You basically need to spice things up. You might also prefer to come up with new ideas within your relationship. You might be the one suggesting fresh and interesting things to try or talk about. Then again, perhaps you prefer your partner to make suggestions. Or it could be that you seek a committed partner who is funny and amusing, someone who has a silly side. Ideally, you're seeking a marriage partner who is clever and enjoyable to be around, someone who is intelligent and can articulate themselves really well, but also someone who can be kind of goofy and hyper. Also, anything controlling will make you want to run for the hills. You strongly dislike possessiveness. It can make you feel uncomfortable and nervous. And this type of behavior can limit your ideas and your mind, which again, strong dislike. You prefer plenty of movement, and also you like variety and being able to explore different options within your relationships. This doesn't mean cheating or being unfaithful. It means having the ability to be open about things, to make suggestions, to make changes. And if you feel as if things are becoming too serious or too heavy, you'll probably want out of there. Or you may feel like you're suffocating and you need to communicate these things to your partner. Yeah, you prefer for things to be lighthearted. And when there is an issue, you would rather talk about things logically without emotions getting involved. You also prefer good quality communication. So that means being able to speak, being able to share, but equally as much, listening to one another. And if your partner ever betrays you, you will retaliate by being detached. You might need some time to process your thoughts, and you might prefer not to react using emotion, even though you're feeling so many emotions on the inside. You can be indecisive, but once you make a decision, you'll act accordingly. And if things aren't reciprocal, you can feel irritated, nervous, and possibly anxious. You might talk about your discomfort with others, or you might voice your opinion to your partner. So if you want something to change, you can be vocal. You might also be open to compromising, but you can also be quite persuasive, meaning you can persuade your partner to see your point of view very well, but you may do this in a way that's quite subtle. Still, you can be a clever, alert, and adaptable committed partner. Juno in Cancer. When forming meaningful relationships, you need to feel nurtured, close, and safe. You desire an emotional bond, and for your emotions to be validated and heard, you want your emotional needs to be met. You also need to feel protected, as if your partner can protect you. Therefore, anything that threatens your emotional security can make you feel uneasy. Anything stressful can make you feel restless. Moreover, you might wish to take care of your partner or to feel needed. It could be that you seek a committed partner who can take care of you, someone who can support you and be there no matter what. Ideally, you are seeking a marriage partner who is cuddly and soft, yet tenacious and shrewd. Someone who cares about family, home, and security. Moreover, when it comes to things like possessiveness, you can be possessive of your partner, as if your partner is yours and you won't ever let them go. You might even hold on during times of strife and struggle. You might also like it if your partner is possessive of you. You're both in your crab shell and don't want any intruders to interfere with your relationship. You prefer the comfort and warmth that a relationship has to offer. These feelings can be somewhat addictive, and when there is an issue, you might not be super open or direct. You might talk around the subject at hand, or you might expect your partner to read your mind, or you might become pretty emotional about things. And you want your partner to understand what you're feeling or to empathize with what you're feeling. However, this approach can lead to emotional outbursts later on. Though on the other hand, you can work through issues if you feel that there is safety, that safety is there to do so, like you're being nurtured throughout the process. And if your partner ever betrays you, you will retaliate by withdrawing or being moody. Betrayals can really impact you deeply, okay? Being betrayed can impact you deeply. You need time to process your emotions as well. Then again, you might lash out depending on your mood. There's a part of you that wants to fight for your partner, but another part that wants to put your personal needs first. And if things aren't reciprocal, you can sulk, you can pout, you can also act manipulative when you don't get your way, and you might compromise when you feel the need to or when you want to support your partner, and it's likely that you'll be the first one to suggest a compromise. Still, you can be an empathetic, comforting, and motherly committed partner. Juno in Leo. So when forming meaningful relationships, you need admiration and plenty of love. You need to be respected and appreciated. You need praise for all the loving things you do for your partner. And feeling seen is important to you, as well as feeling special. Also, doing things with your partner that you both enjoy makes you feel good. You love all the fun and exciting things that come with love, and you can be pretty romantic in your own way. And you typically prefer aliveness and just energy. Keeping the spark alive might be a priority of yours. And being childlike with your partner is also something you prefer and enjoy. Knowing you can be playful together, you can be big children together. You might also want your partner's full attention when you're looking for it, or it could be that you seek a committed partner who isn't afraid of stepping into the spotlight. Someone who is confident in themselves and can express themselves. Ideally, you're seeking a marriage partner who is strong and self-assured. Someone who embraces their individuality and doesn't let the judgments and opinions of others impact them too much. Now, when it comes to things like jealousy, etc., you simply won't stand for it if your partner tries to make you jealous. And whilst you can experience jealousy, you typically do not show your jealousy outwardly. You do not like to be seen in this light. And you also won't tolerate any belittling or degrading behavior. Any attempts to bruise your ego, to put you down, will be shut down fast. Similarly, you won't accept any competitive behaviors or I'm better than you attitudes. You prefer warmth and generosity. And when there is an issue, you will usually be quite vocal about how you think things should go, and you might be stubborn in the process. Yes, you'll want to resolve issues, but you'll make sure your point of view is taken into consideration and recognized. And if your partner ever betrays you, you will retaliate loudly and possibly dramatically. Any blows to your heart or your ego won't be tolerated, especially because you love so deeply. You can be fiercely loyal as well. You strongly dislike being made a fool of, and so you'll leave a relationship that doesn't make you feel worthy or special. You'll not stay with partners who don't adore you, and there is no turning back once you've made a decision. And if things aren't reciprocal, you can be demanding. You won't rest until you're treated better. And sure, you'll compromise, but only if you feel appreciated, only if you feel the love. Then again, there can be times when you want what you want, and that's final. Still, you can be a sincere, noble, and enthusiastic committed partner. And lastly, in part 1, Juno in Virgo. When forming meaningful relationships, you need order, routine, and cleanliness. You need for things to be organized and planned out, as if there is a smooth and efficient system to things. You also need to know you can adjust things when required, when you need to. So if there is something that needs to change with your partner or within your relationship, you need to know you can make those changes. You are willing to improve things and resolve any problems that come up. You want things to be their very best. You might also prefer to be reliable and dedicated within your relationships. Or you prefer to be clean and hygienic, or it could be that you seek a committed partner who is clean and hygienic. Someone also who wants to fix any issues. Ideally, you're seeking a marriage partner who is service orientated, someone who is helpful, someone who is willing to put in the work and make the effort. Also, someone who can correct their mistakes and improve their flaws. Now, you typically don't think much of things like possessiveness and jealousy. In fact, perhaps you rise above these types of emotions, or you don't see any practical use for them. Maybe in your mind they are pointless, or they just result in unnecessary mess and drama and chaos, and you would rather not have added mess on your plate. Life can be stressful enough. You prefer humility, kindness, and sympathy. And when there is an issue, you will want to resolve it by using your smarts and logic. You might also wish to sort things out practically and matter-of-factly. And if your partner betrays you, you can act cold and distant. You can be critical and overly critical, actually, as if you're trying to find fault in anything and everything your partner does. Now, you might want to eventually fix things, but you can go through your moments of belittling your partner first. You want to make it very clear they hurt you. Then again, perhaps your silence can speak louder than words at times. And if things aren't reciprocal, you can be harsh with your words. You'll be honest about how you see things. And you're willing to compromise if it means having a well-refined relationship. If things can be improved for the better, you are more willing to hear your partner out. But you'll also be quite vocal about your own improvements. Still, you can be a discerning, helpful, and analytical, committed partner. Okay then, Cosmic Warriors, so that concludes Juno in the signs Aries through to Virgo. Now, like I said, signs Libra through to Pisces will be linked down below. Please let me know if you found this video to be helpful today. I would really appreciate that. And as always, let me know your thoughts and your opinions in the comment section down below. With all of that being said, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for subscribing. And of course, if you would like to see more videos from myself and you have not yet subscribed, then make sure that you click that subscribe button, and also give this video a like if you did like it today. And I will be back with another video with part 2 very, very soon. Bye!